In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
What's happening, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday evening, all. Had company this weekend. Had company actually the last few weekends. So things have been just crazy around here, but that's why I wasn't live on Friday. We were celebrating my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, babe. You are the babiest babe I've ever babed. And happy birthday. So we celebrated that this weekend. She's back to her assignment far, far away for the week. So I decided that Sunday would be a pleasant day to stream, if you know what I mean. Thank you, everybody, for being here on just a whimsical whim of a Sunday night. Appreciate it. Today, this evening, we are going to taste a brand new whiskey that was delivered to my doorstep, a Lux Row Distillers 4-grain double single barrel bourbon. We're gonna taste that, and then WJK himself. I see him in chat, so I saw him and I was like, "Oh, Bill's here." So I poured a little bit of each of these this flight he sent. And I'm going to be scoring these whiskeys in a blind flight because I was sent a giganto box from Barrel King. They had a Barrel King blending competition, and I'm judging it. I'm going to be one of the judges for that. Myself, Jared, and one of their gold members. I think his name is Matt also, maybe not. Maybe Jeff, Jacob, Jonathan, Jamal, Jamiroquai, one of their gold members. I'd have to go back and look. But so I've got to score all these whiskeys, these whiskeys that are sent to me that were blended by folks in their blending competition. So I got to get back in the the swing of just being able to taste a whiskey and score it. So that's what I'm going to do with Mr. Bill's flight tonight. I'm going to taste it and score it, and then we'll reveal the scores of which I scored at the end. So that's what we're doing tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Travis Ropeson was up in this bitch right away. What's up, Travis? Do I have a flight key? Good. I do. Oops, what did I do? Oh, just hit my light remote. Jory Knowlton, what's happening, Jory? William Reynolds, what's happening? Michael S., good evening, all of you wonderful whiskey people. A 3 for tonight, Stuff and Whiskey, it's Bourbon Night, and Matt Reagan Porter. Woo-hoo, that's right. Hopefully everyone's having an awesome Sunday, had a great weekend, and is rolling into Monday, just with a big F you to Monday. You know what I'm saying? Stupid Mondays. Idiot Mondays. Joey B's here. WJK says, cheers, peeps. What's up, Bill? Bill friggin' Bill. Woo. I love Bill. Bill's my guy. Mark S. is here. My mom is here. Hi, Mom. How are you doing? Love you. Saucy Shane. KCD. Gary, the franchise Franchi himself. What's going on, Gary? I think Gary started his own whiskey tube channel. The work. It's hard to really. Oh, my God. There's a. What? Okay, hold on. Okay. Out of my peripheral vision, the side vision, I thought I saw a human being. And then I was like, there's no human being there. And then I looked, and there was a human being, which there shouldn't have been. But she is just filling up her water bottle. I love you. Good night. Oh, careful. Don't spill it. There you go. Good job. Nice way to not. There you go. Nailed it. She scared the crap out of me. That was heart skipped a few beats right there. Because it was like a shadow of a child, a female child in her pajamas, like one of the scary movie kids, just staring at me. Wow, that got me. Where was I? No idea. Chad Gazinski's here. Anthony James, Corn and Whiskey is up in the house. Roy R. does cocktails and other things is here. Steve Burkhouse in the house. Dragon B, Greg Butler, other people. Hardcore and Pour is here. What's happening? Shauna Marie D. Yes, Fancy Franchi herself is in chat. Vernon Redmond, like the name, dig it. Alan Rubin. Mr. Rubin himself is here. Alan, nice to see your name. I miss your face. Man, oh man. What a guy, that Alan Rubin. Got a couple good kids, too. Got a couple good kids. Especially that Bradley. What a gem. What a gem of a human, that Bradley. Jim Mazzelli's in here. How many syllables in Porter, the scorer? I have no idea. That's too many, Jim, to figure out. Sean Holtgrave is up in here. Totally going to drink that Luxro with you. Do you have this one? Is it even released yet? Is it new? It's a new, is it? I don't know. We'll see here. Jake Darkador, Jake Collar, member for 20 months. Cheers, everybody. Been a while since I made a live. Well, thanks, Jay, for being here. I know it's not like a traditional Friday Night Live, but we're doing it anyway. Appreciate you for being a member for 20 months. That's incredible. I've been watching listening to a lot of Kill Tony, the comedy, stand-up comedy thing. You know, if you know what it is, you know what it is. And he says incredible a lot. And I'm pretty sure that I'll probably have, he says it so much that I'm in my head, I say it, and I just said it out loud. Incredible. Maybe, I don't know. I think I've said that. Could be worse words to say. Nick Schuster, what up, Matt? Need more burnouts in a Mustang video. Listen, that wasn't my Mustang. That was a rental. It was a Turo rental. Carissa's car went into the dealership for a few days for some maintenance, and I was like, well, I need a car, so might as well make it a fun one. And in the well, I got it, might as well make a video. But it was a Turo, so it was owned by a nice couple, and I was not going to just abuse their vehicle. Treat others' things better than you treat your own. Unless, of course, you dislike that person, in which case, beat the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Just kidding. But seriously, though, if they're dicks, I shouldn't let you use their car, you know? That's a joke. Ellen's fam, what's happening, folks? Happy Sunday. Greetings, Mr. Porter. Greetings, Ellen's fam. Joe Sample Guy. That's funny. No, I didn't see you do that. I just saw a human being out of my corner. Hey, Damon's here. What's up, dude? Oh, Minnesota Whiskey Elite fan. Damon is up in the house. What's going on? T. Jarrett's here. Crazy in Bourbontown says, cheers. Thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Scotty Anderson, first time on a live. Scotty, welcome in. Give me some knocks. Right there. Ow. Shoulder still not great. Still not great. Jared Renfro, up in here. Kill Tony's my fave. It's the best. It is so good. Just picked up the Luxro on Friday. Oh, okay, well, let's see what they say about it. Luxro Distillers. Luxro Distillers introduces Luxro 4-grain double single barrel bourbon. I don't think that they had a long enough name for it. But then again, there's always next year, right? Latest offering featuring Luxro's Ride and Wheated bourbon mash bills will be offered in limited allocations starting in August. Wow, this press release was July 17th. So that was a while back. Interesting. Bardstown, Kentucky-based Luxor Distillers is offering the best of both worlds by combining its rye and wheat bourbon mash bills with the introduction of Luxor 4-grain double single-barrel bourbon. A limited allocation of 7,500 six-pack cases will start arriving at retail this August at a suggested retail price of $79.99 per 750 milliliter bottle. 115 proof. A combination of single barrel 4-year-old wheated and single barrel 4-year-old rye bourbon. So it's a 4-year-old product. Interesting. Because I believe that the bottle, the other double barreled, the bottle that looks nearly the same is like a 12-year-old offering. Oh yeah, if I were to continue reading, which I'm sure all of you don't want, but the enormous popularity of our Luxor 12-year bourbon, despite being a Kentucky-only distillery-exclusive offering, is part of the bourbon that can be offered in all markets. Whew. Like letting the air out of a balloon. The squeaks at the end. The result, okay, blah, 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 blah. 4-year-old, 115 proof, 4-grain. But it's not a traditional 4-grain that's like distilled like that. It's blended, right? So interesting. Oh, it's that cork's in there extra tight. Ooh. America. Little splash there. Little splash at the end. I also saw that Ross and Squiggles is, where did I put the cork for? I just had it. Is this it? Yeah. Ross and Squibb is releasing their Remus Gatsby 15-year again. And I saw that and I emailed asking for a sample and they said, sure. So that's awesome. Hopefully I get a sample of that. Last year's I really, really liked their 15-year stuff. Watching this on Sunday is like when Urkel was on after the Super Bowl. What's that supposed to mean? Spiteful bum. Tyleezy, what's up, Matt? Sipping on ADHD Whiskey. Sweet. If it's a pick of mine, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Where did I put the glass now? Here it is. I am spilling everywhere. This is uncontrollable. Both single barrels of my Luxor double single barrel sucked, lol. We'll see. We'll see about this one. ECBP C923 slaps snagged a 2 plus a mixture toasted rye past week. First purchases in a while. Picking my spots now, right? You kind of have to. I mean, there's so much stuff out there that you can't buy everything. You really can't buy everything. I haven't had whiskey in a few days. This is my first sip of whiskey. Well, actually, that's a lie. Last night at dinner, I had the world's worst old-fashioned. It was made with it tasted like it was made with grain alcohol. It was bad. It was so I don't consider that, but weird. As Cameron Drums and Drams would say, this nose is rather closed off. You could say it needs something here. It needs to come to life. Oh, there's little. I'm going to give it a minute. Henry Turner, what up, ADHD? This just in, Matt Porter is day-to-day with a non-sports related injury. My shoulder's jacked. My bottle says it's 5 years old. Oh, well, the press release says 4. So that's good if it's a little bit older. The 15 years is good, just not worth the $250. I mean, geez. Everything's so expensive nowadays. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, it was ridiculous, but it's getting even like how many? I mean, if you're a normal person who deals with normal expenses, which are becoming abnormal every single day, how many 250 plus tax dollar bottles of whiskey can we keep just buying? 250 plus, wow. Just so much. At some point, they have to sit on shelves, right? At some point. So This is either a wheat heavy nose or the youthiness is shining through. Either way, the nose isn't my favorite. It's a bit farm-like, but then again, young wheated bourbons aren't necessarily my jam. The older they get, the more I enjoy. Rebel 10, my favorite wheater. That's accessible. Young stuff, you know. But this has like this kind of smells like E85 a little bit. When I had the Lamborghini before I drowned it, I'd pump the E85 into that bad boy. And sometimes it'd come out and just overfill it, just like whatever. And then the smell of the E85, getting a little bit of that. So a little corn, a little ethanol. Man. I'm really trying to find something that I like about it. It's just it's stingy, not very approachable. This isn't a whiskey that you sit and nose and really enjoy the smell of. Not for me anyway. All right, let's try it. Enough with me complaining. Let's try it. What's the price on that? Shoot, where'd I put the damn paper? I am a disaster. $80. If there's any saving it, it's the proof point. There are gonna be people who like this, but it's just not. It's not developed. It's not like they put together two underdeveloped whiskeys, and it's not really. I don't really like it. Yeah, damn. Like undercooked pizza dough. It's not like a savory and it's not a sweet. Just kind of like a dough, like a The more I think about it, the more I can actually taste pizza crust. That's weird. I don't know. I would say I'll give it another chance on a different day, but this isn't for me. Not for $80. No, I don't think I would. It just reminds me of a young MGP product that I don't know, like a 4-year MGP, like a Remus. I don't know. That's just not. Dang. I didn't know it was young until I just read that. It starts off like a little bit sweet. And there's like a hint, like a moment where you're like, ooh, this could be. And then it turns like a bit doughy and then bitter, a little bit sharp, rough around the edges. And it doesn't leave like the pleasure in your mouth that you would want left in your mouth if it were a pleasurable experience. Instead, it leaves, like, why did I do that kind of thing in your mouth? Like if you've ever experienced something in your mouth that you regretted afterwards. Yeah, it's just not the best experience on the finish. Entirely bad finish. That's not a good finish. That's all I have to say about that. Sorry, Luxro, but that's just how I feel. Thank you for the sample, though. I really appreciate it. And that's just my taste buds. It's my taste buds. Why is my mouse acting up? It's because it's a Sunday. It's not used to having this much action on a Sunday. You know what else is the world's worst? My bourbon channel, not more shameless plugs for a while now. Oh, the world's worst bourbon channel. That's what I was talking about before my child scared the crap out of me. Ellen's fam enjoying Old Granddad Bib. Ooh, that sounds good. A little bottled and bond old fashioned. Not bad. I wish I would have asked them what whiskey they put in there. But it was like they muddled up so much orange and cherry at the bottom of it. Oh, it just was bad. It was very bad. Blew your shoulder out yesterday? Ugh. Yeah, see, I didn't have an experience where I actually was like, oh, I just hurt my shoulder. And it was more like I woke up one morning and my shoulder was just not gonna ever be the same, apparently. Wonder if it was because it didn't have a cool box. Also didn't know it was becoming a yearly thing. What's that, the 15 year? Sheesh. You think I scored it a 5-4? Yeah, it's not ideal. That was boy, not great. Missing a lot of the Gatsby's, just can't do it. That's their last year's was very good. Is it? I have to look at the details of it. Is it barrel proof again this year, or like an under 100 proof barrel proof? Yeasty. Sean says yeasty beastie. Yeah, I think so too. Let it open up for a few days. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit shut off on the nose at first, but I don't know if it can develop any sort of like, I mean, I guess it could, the sharp edges could round out a little bit. But I don't think it's going to develop any flavors that are remarkable. We'll see. I'm not against retrying stuff, that's for sure. Take magnesium before you go to bed to heal the shoulder. Also sleep on your other side. I try to sleep on my other side for sure, like as much as possible. Magnesium, all right. I've taken crazier things before bed. It's not true. I don't even know what I was thinking when I said that. I've taken the opposite of what I should have taken before bed before, which was an issue. Some pills are the same colors as other pills. And then you go, whoops, looks like tonight's going to be one of those nights where we're not sleeping. That was a long time ago, but it happened once. Vernon Redmond had the Luxor 12 at the distillery about a year back. It was good, but not right home. Yeah, I've had actually really, really, really good ones of those. And then Dan and Julie had one that was not good, which is weird. Fingernail polish, I could see that. I said E85, but I could see fingernail polish for sure. 98 proof. Gotcha. 98.1 with a retail of $199.99. Gary, is it still cask strength though? I mean, that's if it's 98.1 in cask strength, then that gives me hope that it's going to be as good as last year's. If it's 98 point, it's got to be cask strength. Otherwise, why would they water it down to 98.1? That wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't get any better. I was hoping you'll find something to get me all excited about it. No. They got rid of the fancy box. That is BS. I mean, the box isn't even, the box is nice because it the design of it and the way it opens is cool, but it's not like a really well put together, beautiful box. But yeah, fish oil, for sure. I definitely need to get on I was just talking about that, how I need to start taking some fish oil. My dad used to take glucosamine and chondroitin. Is that what he used to take? I wonder if I'll have to Google that to see what that's all about. But I don't know. It's not fun. Bourbon guy, welcome to ADHD. My name is Matt. Not really. My name is Sam from Buffalo, New York. Go Bills. Go Matt, America. Well, Bourbon guy, I am what you would consider to be on the opposite team. I will not cheer for Bills. As a matter of fact, when I get Bills, I boo them. I open the mailbox and I see Bills and I just boo. The whole neighborhood's like, what's he booing about? And then when I explain, they're like, that makes a lot of sense. We boo Bills also. But I guess some people got to like Bills. Maybe if you're on the collecting end, right? Mark Vasco said, turmeric? What do you guys want me to take? I already take too many. What do I take? I take so many supplements already that I'm going to be taking like $700 worth of pills every day. Luckily, I'm one of the people who can just swallow a handful of like horse pills with no issue. My wife is on the opposite end. She's like, she can hardly take a little tiny vitamin D. Shouldn't have. Oh boy. Never mind. Don't go there. I know what you're thinking. And I haven't had enough drinks to say that she can take the D, you know? So forget about it. Anyway, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about less than a half ounce poured in these glasses, and of each of 6 samples. My plan is to take a sip, maybe 2, score them. Then put them in an order based off the scores, and then reveal the order after Porter scores the order. This is a flight from WJK, and it's going to be. Wombat Annihilator. I do have a gag reflex, but I could just rush it down with the thing, just a bunch of water behind it. It's fine. Turmeric is a natural anti-inflammatory. Oh yeah, you'll get those. I think it helps to some of them are like burp free, which I don't know. And then others, I think if you refrigerate them or freeze them, if you freeze fish oil, then it helps with the burps. Keep dreaming, Wombat. Keep dreaming. Did graphic design for a supplement company? Well, honestly, most of that stuff is kind of BS. Well, yeah, I mean, it's all, yeah. I mean, it's not regulated like medicine. So it's one of those things where they can have a proprietary blend of stuff, and it's who knows where the hell they get their shit. Alan Rubin, the man himself. Old Ezra 7-year and Rebel 10 are both go-to whiskeys for me. I'm a fan of Luxro. Yeah, Old Ezra 7, I've had good bottles of that and bad. It just depends on the batch, I think. It is funny how we talk about a lot of batches of like things that are batch numbered, but things that don't have batch numbers that they honestly have to batch no matter what. Like Old Ezra 7, we don't talk about those batches because they're not like labeled as batches, even though there are batches. So it has some good ones and some not so good ones. The Rebel 10s are all phenomenal. I bought one the other day to compare to the Old Fitz 10-year again because I wanted a fresh comparison, and there's no comparison. Those Rebel 10 single barrels are so good. I can't believe you remembered the chondroitin and glucosamine. I remember weird shit, Mom. I remember strange things. But nothing I need to remember. Nothing I should remember. Got 5 bottles of bourbon for my birthday. Sagamore Double Oak Rye, winning. Basil Hayden's Red Wine, finish, losing. Woodinville 90 proof, losing. EC Toasted Gross, Dickel 8, winning because it's Dickel. Well, that's one person who loves George Dickel. That's good. That's good. Izzo's Place, can't watch now. Just hitting the like, and I'll watch the replay. Have a great Sunday. You too, Izzo. Thank you so much. Tom Izzo, everybody. Michigan State Spartan glory himself. All right, 6 samples in front of me. Going to taste them, score them, and report. Dropping stuff and report back. Oh, I dropped my mouse right into the whiskey I spilled. That's a total bitch. Turn it off. Dry it off. And oh, that looks nice. Look how clean the mouse looks now on the bottom. Like, well, you really can't tell. I mean, come on. It's why am my face still focused? It's really, oh, see, look at that. That's what a little whiskey does at the bottom of a mouse. Cleans it right up. That looks better than new. Thank you, whiskey. All right. I got a pen ready. I got samples ready. Hard corn pour. Don't drop your mouse. No trackball thing. No, it's got a laser or whatever they are. Or was that a joke? Were you teasing me? Do mice still have trackballs? Do they still have, I haven't seen a mouse with a ball in quite a while. All right, giving a little bit of an S today. 219 people here in chat. Thank you so much for being here on this Sunday evening. I appreciate it. It means the world. I'm spilling shit everywhere. I've been thinking a lot lately about just how lucky I am to have everyone, the support I do, and I can't say thank you enough for watching the videos, being on live streams, just all the support from day one till now. Incredible. I said incredible again, but I mean it. Thank you guys and gals. So friggin' cool. Really, realistically amazing. Freaking laser. Other bottles I say for Halloween decoration potions. Am I guessing proof, etc.? Should I? I don't know if I shall or shouldn't. We'll see. Was I supposed to? I was going to ask you to provide a game, Bill, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make a note of it. I'll make a note as I go. If I feel confident in guessing something, I will guess it. We'll see here. A is a Buffalo Trace product. I have never been more sure of anything in my life. That's not true. But well, don't smell it anymore. If I over smell it after I think it's a Buffalo Trace product, then it kind of confuses me because I got a little bit of Play-Doh in the last sip, which no, but it smells really, really good. Wow. That's got a nose that goes and goes. First sip. Wow. Good grief. That's a full-flavored, full-bodied, full-buggered whiskey. That is insane. That's insanely good. That is still going. It is oaky, cherry. So much. Oh, wow. Bill, whatever is an A is remarkable. I'm scoring these on a 100-point scale. Not like, this isn't like a score like I would give them for my videos. Like we're not using the same scoring system. Like I'm scoring them on a 100-point scale like I would for Ascots. So it's just me doing this. The way I'm going to do the Barrel King blends, I believe, is different. Oh, maybe I should have done it on that scale. Nah. I just want to get into the way of I'm just guessing Buffalo Trace. 8. I just want to get back into the swing of things when it comes to scoring things back to back. Vernon Redmond, what's up, dude? What's up, Redmond? Thrasher's up in the house. What's up, World's Worst? Talking to the Franchies. What's up, Thrasher? What's going on, man? Oh, I miss all your faces. I'm just having... I need to clean up my act. I need to clean up my act around here. I've got a disaster. It's embarrassing. I'm glad you can only see what you see. If you could like use the VR goggles and look around this place, you'd be like, Matt, you're a problem. Hypocrisy, hypo, no crap. Matt, took inspiration from you. Low carb brought me down to 80% total weight and joint inflammation is non-existent compared to pre-low carb, low gluten diet. What the hell did you just say to me? Took inspiration from you. Low carb brought me down to 80% total weight and joint inflammation is non-existent compared to pre-low carb, low gluten diet. 80% total weight took you down to 80. So you lost 20% of your body weight? Is that what you're saying? That's really good. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't. So, I mean, I do think that having a lower, for me personally, like a lower glycemic diet helps me a lot. But I don't do a lot of the low carb stuff just because not sustainable for me. I wish I could. It's just I've learned over the course of years and years and years and years of gaining and losing weight that that's not the way for me to do it. I can't do it. But I should really start focusing a little bit more on, glycemic loads and stuff like that. That's what I eat. What makes a good rye whiskey? Well, it depends on what you're into, man. It's like what makes a good lover, It's like, what do you look for in a lover, right? Do you look for a little bit of spiciness or do you like a little bit of sweetness, right? Do you want it to kick down your door and tie you to your bedpost? Or would you like it to slip in between the sheets while you're already asleep? Kind of like that. For me, I enjoy all sorts of rye whiskey. Whether it be comforting and enjoyable, sweet, low proof, I can enjoy that. Or super high rye, powerful buggers. I like those too. I think it'd be more like what makes a bad rye whiskey would be, I don't know. Personally, for me, anything. Rye whiskey is weird because there is such a wide range of what it can taste like. Flavors and stuff are so widespread in the rye whiskey range. Since rye is such a powerful flavoring grain that like an extremely high rye whiskey tastes so much different than a low rye whiskey. And then the type of rye, how long it's been aged, where it's been aged. Geez. To answer your question, hopefully I did that. I know it didn't. I'm sorry. But at the same time, not sorry. But I love you. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, Tunes, I love you. For sure. For sure. As long as you don't have an empty bottle collection. Geez, what the heck are we talking about? I'm already behind. Alan's fam, WJK is absolutely insane. Bill is incredible. I said it again. Incredible. The word's gonna haunt. I gotta stop watching stuff and listening to stuff. But he's an amazing contributor and an amazing guy. What a guy, that guy. Thank you, Bill. Oh, I smell good. What time is it? 8:38 and I still smell that good? Nice. Speaking of rye whiskeys, where the heck did I put my pen? I believe that B is a rye whiskey. I think A was bourbon. B a rye. Very good. Sticky. A bit spicy. High proof. Familiar. Wow. I don't know if that's an MGP rye or that kind of reminds me. It reminds me a bit of a Kentucky Owl rye, but I don't think that's in this flight. It could be. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I'm guessing what it is. I'm just trying to score these. I scored it. I guessed it's a rye. Guessed a proof. Man, very good. That's a very super good rye. What made that rye good? The fact that it was super flavorful. A lot of citrus. A big punch of citrus, like an orange, then spice. Then it coats the mouth. It lingers. It hits in all the right spots. Well-rounded. And then the finish is like an enjoyable, I can still enjoy that. And not like I liked the way it tasted, but the aftertaste is like, Not overly astringent, not bitter in any way. Just overall, very, very, very good. Moving to C. 240 to 192. Heck yeah. Great job. Great job. You must feel a lot better. I keep almost buying Calumet 16, but haven't bit the bullet. Should I pull the trigger? Well, I don't know. Desert Motors. Guessing it's desert. Depending on how you want to spell them, whatever's got more S's. But I would say that, do you like Oaky Barton? Do you like Oaky Bourbon? If you like Oaky Bourbon, like right around 100-ish proof, it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. Like, you kind of have to ask yourself, what kind of whiskeys do you like? If that's up your alley, if that sort of thing is up your alley, then yeah, Calumet 16, that was my whiskey of the year last year, my bourbon of the year last year. So I would say, yeah, if it's not like breaking your budget, like if you can still afford friggin' Charmin, Ludacris said it best. I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed. He did say that. He said that several times. Every time he sang that song, he said it. One time I went to a Ludacris concert and he threw his, is that even, is a thing that he wore on his head. It's like catches sweat. I know what it was called or is called. I don't know if it's an appropriate term to call it, so I'm not going to say what I think it's called. A head scarf. Anyway, he threw it into the audience and I caught it. But I caught it simultaneously with another male, a physically superior to me male. And we wrestled. I was like, I want Ludacris's head thing. And he was like, I want it. And then a security guard was like, you let that go. And I was like, me? All right, so I let it go. But I almost had Ludacris's head thing in my hand. That'd be posted up on the wall behind me if I would have caught it back in 2004 or whenever that was. I wonder if he had any hoes in those area codes. Probably. C. Also familiar. Interesting. I wonder if that's a weeder. It is. That's very good too. That it hits all the right spots. Coats the mouth really well. It's viscous, but it does do a thing that some things do when, if I want, I have a thought in my head, but I don't want to say it. But there is a 1 ounce Wednesday that I never released. I still need to release it. Bill knows what I'm talking about. I wonder if that's that. If it's a weeded high proof. I don't know. It's good. That's very good. So there's something about it though that is doing like a bit of a sharp twist mid palate that I'm very sensitive to whatever this note is. Is it the weeded funk that I get on some things? Possibly. But I'm coming to terms that I am sensitive to some notes. I also think that's a bourbon. Bourbon. All right. Drinking word equals incredible. I don't know what I'm sipping on yet. I'm sipping on a blind flight that I'm scoring as I go. I'm scoring them And I'm going to probably take one more sip at the end to just confirm my scores. Then we're going to reveal what they are. I'm talking about them as I go, but I'm doing a blind judging for Barrel King. They did a blending competition. So I have, how many are there even? A lot. 5, 10, probably 30, maybe 30 or so samples that I'm going to score. And I just want to get back into the swing of scoring things like this before I do that. So that's what I'm doing with these samples. I'm also kind of like throwing some guesses out there if I think I know what some of them could possibly be. So yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna tell you I'll tell you my initial scores, and then as I go back through, I'll redo them. I'll take an average of them both, I think. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I've kind of, in my mind, I'm doing this as I go, but I scored a 94. B, I scored an 89. C, I scored a 90. B and C, those depending could be flip-flopped. We'll see. Let's go to D. Wow, D's, what the hell's that? D is D for different. But then, why was that so? Okay, the D hit me like completely different, like wild. But then when I went back to it, it was much more normal. All right, let's go for a sip. That's D. Oh, that's big fruit, big, powerful. Wow. What could that possibly? It's what did I call it? It's landfill whiskey. It's like the overwhelming aroma, like very concentrated smell. Very concentrated smell on D. That's weird. D is it's familiar in the most unfamiliar way. I like it. It's very, how do I even word this? It's like, it's overpowering. It's not overpowering. It's like, it's extremely concentrated. But there are things that are almost too over concentrated. Too concentrated would be over concentrated. Some of the 13th Colony double oaked barrel proof stuff, I feel could be over concentrated. Like there is so much flavor in those whiskeys that it's just like, it really pounds you out. It's just like a sip and you're good, you know? I thought that could be where this was headed, but on the palate, it was much more approachable than that, but still packed a wallop. It didn't really point me in the direction of any certain distillery or anything like that. It was, it kind of reminds me of like a Nashville Barrel Company product, like something that could have been rebarreled into like a new charred oak barrel for a while, even though they say they don't do that, which they probably don't do that since they say they don't. But a lot of their products give me that feeling, I guess you could say. Like it feels like it could have been in a, oh man, how do I word it? They don't do that. But when I taste their stuff, it makes me feel like it's been done. That's just the taste I get. That's kind of the taste I get on here. It's very good. It's just like, it's kind of throwing me for a loop. D's it's troubling me to figure out what the hell that could possibly be. It's very good though. I like it a lot. It's just much different than the other ones so far. I do think it's a bourbon though. I'll go there. Do I like it better than C? Good question. I think so. I'm going to score it a 92. And these are all pretty high proof so far, I believe, as well. I haven't said that any of them are under 120 proof yet, which I could be definitely wrong. I started with the double single barrel friggin' Lux Row, which is 115 proof, and these taste hotter than that. We'll see. My mom says, the rare character rye you left is a very spicy bugger. Once it's sat a while, I have to give it a few drops of water. Well, yeah, that's a Amberana finished, so it's like, that's a cinnamony son bitch right there. Frank Casano, thank you for the $20 super chat. Incredible. Late here on the East Coast on a work night, we'll have to catch the replay. Cheers all. Cheers, Frank. Thank you so much for the super chat. That means a heck of a lot. That means a lot. Sagamore Double Oaked Rye is the best. It's very good. The Sagamore Double Oaked is good. Would I pay $250 for your first and only bottle of Stag Junior? If not, how much would you pay? The last bottle of Stag Junior I bought, I paid that much for. And it was just because I was in that mood on that day, and I regret buying it for $250. I would have never bought it for $250 except for that day I did. I don't know why, but I did. I had $250 burning a hole in my pocket apparently. But if it's your first bottle, I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, what have you had so far? You kind of have to look at it like that. Like, there's the cost of what's the law of diminishing returns that happens. That's definitely a thing. If you have had, let me think about it. I have to really put. If you've had Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, if you've had one of those single barrels, like one of these, like one of those guys, and you really like it, if you think that's very good, and you paid $70 for it, and then you bought a Stag Junior thinking it was going to be like 4 or 5 times as good, you will be like, wow, why did I like that? It's like it grows in like the price, like you're paying so much more, and it gets, things definitely get better, but at a certain point, like it's not going to like blow your mind. If you've had this, a Stag Junior is not going to like rock your world and make you like, it's not going to change your life. It's not change your life whiskey. There are things that exist out there that are King of Kentucky being something like that, where you have a King of Kentucky and you're like, good God, this is on a different level. There's different level whiskeys. Stag Junior is not one of those. You can get a similar experience out of things that are less expensive, but they are very damn good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if that's. It's 2023. You got to be careful what you. I don't know if that's like, a proper term or not. I have no idea what that even means. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I thought they were called too. I did a smoke wagon vertical Thursday night. Not impressed. Is it just me? No. It's definitely not just you. Which ones did you have? Did you have the Rise? If you had the Rise, then you're definitely not on an island, unless it's like a continent-sized island, because I don't enjoy their rye whiskeys, but that's just me. Uncut was the best of the bunch. Proof was in line, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend the brand. Yeah, I stopped buying a lot of their stuff. It's just, I'll have to buy another uncut that's more recent. I think the last one I bought was maybe a year ago or so. If you were sent an NBC sample, how would you categorize it, traditional or finished? A lot of times, it just depends on which one, but I have, I've called a lot of them finished for sure, but that doesn't mean that they are. Here's a down payment for the next fast car. Thanks. Gosh, heck yeah. Vroom, vroom. Alan, that's incredible. Alan Rubin is a $50 too. What a guy. Alan Rubin, everybody. Sponsors the live stream, making the best cigars on planet Earth and not giving a shit about it, although he gives a shit about it, I'm sure. But he's just like, hey, guess what? I'm just going to make the best cigars ever and put my name on them and put my kids' names on them and give Matt $50. That Alan Rubin, he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. If you're not smoking his cigars, then you should get in your car and go buy some. Even if you don't smoke cigars, then at least look at them because they're pretty. And they smell nice, even when they're not being smoked. And when people come over, you can brag that you have the best cigars on the planet. And they'll be like, do you smoke them? And you can either say yes because you do, or no because you're saving them for a special occasion. Like finding blueberry waffles in the bottom of your chest freezer. It's good enough for me. Oh boy, I'm so far behind, aren't I? Nuclear Noob, what are his cigars? Sponsor of tonight's live stream, Alec Bradley Cigars. Let's see here. Okay, Glass E. Oh, wow. That smells like Kool-Aid. Glass E smells like the Kool-Aid man just barged in the door. Hey. What did he say when he busted down the wall? Hey. No, that wasn't him. Hello. What did he say? Boom, I'm here. I don't know. That smells like red Kool-Aid. Tropical? That's Hawaiian Punch. He adored Hawaiian Punch. The only thing I smelled that was this tropical Hawaiian Punchy and like Kool-Aid was MGP. But this probably Buffalo Trace. Hard to say. Man, that smells good. Glass E on the hatch. That's okay. What? That tastes like a rye, but doesn't smell like a rye. That's wild. That's very good. I think. Why does that taste? I'm guessing that's a rye as well. That was wild. I thought for sure that was going to be a bourbon on the nose, but then it hit all the rye parts. It hit all the back of the palate like a rye would. I'm not tasting I'm not having a second sip of any of these until I get through F. Then I'm going to retaste these and just double check the score. But I'm going to be really interested to see if I still pick up the rye experience that I did on the first sip of E, because that was like weirdly different on the palate than it was the nose, which is a good thing. I scored that a 91. Still over 120 proof. Dang. WJK probably laughing on the other side of his screen, just giggling it up because, always fun to watch me struggle. But JFW, $20 super chat. Thank you. J friggin' W. Oh, yeah. That's what he said. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. That's a good one, too. Angel's Envy single barrels are very good, Sean. I've had one of them that wasn't that great. It was a Trader Joe's pick that tasted very sulfury, very sulfury. But I might have to go back to that to see if that's kind of like burnt off or if it's still there. Who knows? You're mixing Fat Albert. That's what I thought. I knew it wasn't right. I knew it was off. It was wrong. Still 200 people in chat. Thank you guys so much. Maybe. Yeah, you're laughing. You're friggin' giggling. The hell's that? I'm on the last one, F. And that is... It actually hurts to raise my arm that high. It's actually as far as it goes. As far as I can raise it laterally. Not even 90 degrees. Or what is that, 90? Is that 90? There. There's 90. Or is that 45? That's 45, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know. Shut up. Okay. Scotty Anderson's going to pour something lower proof for a change. Do it. Friggin' do it. F smells grapey. Grape Laffy Taffy. Grape Nerds. Very candy-like on F. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's right. Like, roll it up. That's right directly up my alley. That is good. That's very good. That is, man. That's a front runner right there for sure. A and F are my two favorite. After tasting first, A and F are my two favorite. Oh boy, I'm gonna give it the same score. I'm gonna give it a 94, same score as A, but I have to retaste just to determine which one I think be best. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to read chat for a second, then I will go back and retaste. Did anyone else see that weird video artifact? Dude, what was it? Can you tell me what it was? How weird was it? I had the weirdest shit happen in one of my videos. Like the weirdest shit. So the Alberta Premium I got in the mail one day, and I don't know who sent it. It's here. It's this year's. I don't know. I'm not sure where I got it from. Like why I have it. But I was gonna do that tonight as well. Then I saw WJK in chat, and I was like, I'll just do his blind. Do you ever keep an infinity bottle in a decanter just for funsies? Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Michael, it's always fun. James Evan, we can just send bottles. I mean, one of them just showed up. It just showed up. So it was a flash of digitalization of the image. Was checking to see if it was just me. I don't know if anyone else saw it. I'll check the replay to see if it was there, because I was editing a video the other day. I wonder if I still have the raw footage of it. I might. But it was, so I'm editing this video, and like there's a part in the video where I wasn't talking and wasn't saying anything, and then a voice was like, it was the only way I can describe it was an alien language, if that makes sense. Like literally not, oh boy. It sounded like an alien, like speaking in some very weird language, but it wasn't just like a noise. It was like a voice, but it's something that was not understandable or nothing I've ever heard before. And I was like, what is that? And it kind of freaked me out for a second. And then I was like, I'm moving on. I'm moving on from this. And then right at the end of the video, it was like had just maybe a minute left to edit, like a minute of raw left. And it did it again. So I'm sitting here like this. And then it just goes, like I can't even do the voice. It was like literally an alien sounding voice. Very creepy. The weird thing is, I know some people use like you can pick things up on different frequencies if you're using like wireless stuff. I'm not. It's all wired. It's wired from me directly to the camera. So I don't know how it could pick up on any sort of like different frequency. It's like not wireless. It's not picking. It's just, I have no idea. But completely creeped out. I don't know what it was, Michael, but freaked me the fudge out. I sent you. What's he say? Shoot, I lost it. I sent you that you won in I won in a raffle. Sweet. Well, thank you. I had no idea. I had no idea. Oh, I do. I know. But I talk about them. Remember just a few videos ago, I was like, Demi Lovato's definitely an alien. Remember that? Oh no, it was Demi Lovato and Jennifer Lawrence. I talked about them both. And then like a few videos later, in the raw footage of the video, I can hear them. Obviously not them, unless of course it is. But I hope I didn't delete the raw. I might have deleted the raw footage. But if I didn't, because I know that's kind of unbelievable. If I didn't, I will post it on Patreon. I'll take the 2 snippets, I'll find it, and I'll post them on Patreon. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I remember Perry from This Is My Bourbon podcast. He was picking up weird stuff with his Zoom like voice recorder or whatever it was. He records his podcast with. He was like picking up a frequency from somewhere else, and like they were listening in to a conversation other people were having. But this was like not. It was so strange. You have an enemy. You have an enemy's live stream poisoning could be good content. I don't think so. Am I a beer guy? Not really. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't dislike beer. I just don't. I haven't got into it. Okay, I'm gonna taste A and F again just to get a favorite. Wow. A smells like ridiculous. A is much sweeter, much fruitier, much like, yeah. I thought these might be from the same distillery, but now smelling them, it's kind of hard. A is remarkably sweet. Much softer than I remember, though. It's so delicate. A is the sweetest and most delicate out of the bunch. My initial guess was, how is that possible? My initial guess was way too high for proof. Whatever. I'll stick with it, considering when I do this Matt vs. Champions challenge, I can't just re-guess. Both very good. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, like, yeah, A is gonna stay at 94. F, I'm gonna go 93. Then I had D, E, C, and B. Actually, need to reconsider my B score, because just because I don't like rye as much as I like bourbon doesn't mean that it deserves a lower score, if that makes sense. Why does anyone dispute the existence of aliens? Because I think that it I don't know. Probably for a lot of reasons, right? People, it's a scary thought, and also, like, it's not really like I don't think there's any. Is there any? I don't want to get into religion because I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't like to step into lanes I don't know what I'm talking about, or lanes where there's oncoming traffic. And me talking about religion is both of those, so I can't do it. But I think that never mind. I don't think aliens fit with a lot of religious talk either, which would be probably a major consideration for some people. Then again, I also have no idea what I'm talking about, so probably shouldn't even have dipped my toe into it. I can dip my toe into a lot of stuff. Not religion, politics, or lava, because they'll all burn you at the end. D. Let's try D. A, B, C, D. Oh, wow. D is... What did I say D was? Really? These all smell so different. A little bit of smokiness on D, like actual mesquite smoke. I'm picking up a bit of mesquitiness on D. Huh. Interesting. Moving it down. Then E. That's very good. Yeah, I definitely think that E is got to be a rye as well. E's got to be a rye. It's very good. Very, very good. It coats the mouth extremely well. Hits all the right spots. If you want to ask me what I think a good rye whiskey would be, E and B, I believe, are both very good examples of what I believe to be very good rye whiskeys, if they are rye whiskeys, which they might not be. It's always one of those things where it's dangerous talking about, because you might look like an idiot in the end, which I'm all right with when it comes to talking about whiskey. As long as it's just your toe, right? Looks like probably December. Everyone's schedules are like pretty crazy right now, Jay. So it looks like probably December it's going to happen. Do I believe in aliens? I don't know. I do not know. I'm a learning man, thinking lots of stuff to think about and learn about. I do not know. The aliens in Mexico, the mummified alien bodies. Pretty interesting. It's only silly if you tell other people that you believe in aliens. Listen, if I see some weird everyone sees weird shit. Like, I think Demi Lovato's an alien. Just saying. Just saying. So I guess I do. We are aliens. Possibly. Hoping for December 8th. Heck yeah, that'd be great. Gives me time to practice. So I have E. Let me try. Aliens have to exist. Like, there's no possible way, right? There's no way that we're the only. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Someone with a bass mechanic CD just drove by. Bass mechanic. What about Sasquatch? Oh no. Okay. I'm not on Team Sasquatch. There's no way. See people on the street wonder what planet they're from because there's no way they're from here. I can see that. Curtis Wright, have you ever been able to obtain another Master's Keep 17 bottled and bond? In your Wild Turkey 1 episode, you said there's a special place in your heart for the bottled and bond. What's the story with that? It's super good. Well, yeah, I was able, since that video, yes, I was able to obtain another. It was I traded a Jack Daniel's Coy Hill, the single barrels from like 2 years ago. I traded a Coy Hill for one to a good friend for a Master's Keep bottled and bond. That bottle of bottled and bond, let's just say that there needs to be another, because that one's just about gone. After Matt Madness and stuff, yeah. That one's getting low. So turns out I just need not to open things. Just leave them closed. That's not how I roll, though. E. Now let's go. What do I have? C and F left? No, C and D left. Man. C is so good too. All right. A. Okay, I have an order. So this one was very difficult because these are all extremely good. These are all very, 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 very good whiskeys. Like very, very good whiskeys. So when you have a bunch of them that are all really remarkably good, then it's really hard to score them with an accurate scoring system where it's like when they're all very close. if there were ones that were bad in here, then it would be much easier to like do that. But these all seem to be very good to me today. I might just be in the mood for whiskey tonight. Who knows? But there is only one way to determine whether or not that is true, and that is to do the reveal. Did you ever do live tastings for the hardcore hologram Nulu? Nope. I need to get on that and get in touch with everyone. Yes, if you have one, then if you've emailed or sent a Patreon message, I will definitely be reaching out because that's something I can do this fall. I have time for it now, and thank you for your patience. I will get on that and get these schedules. It's something I have to do like now. So thank you for your patience. They're going to be fun. Those tastings will be fun. You screwed up and sent too much good stuff. I think you did. I think you really did. Let's do the results. Where's the line? The key. Okay. D was in last place with a score of 88. I originally scored it higher, but after retasting, I really, if these were in order of preference, then it would have been in fourth place. But I think this is an order of just quality, like scoring a whiskey. So I would have put the D above the two that I think are Ryes if it was just based off preference. Because if I were to reach for these, like which one would I reach for first? I would reach for D before I reach for the Ryes because I don't drink a lot of Ryes. But that's not what we're doing. We're scoring these, and B and E, I think, are a different type of whiskey than D. But they're just so well put together and just a very good, what do you call it? Like it's a very good example of that type of whiskey. So it's like, I can't criticize it for me being like I wouldn't go for that all the time. Does that make sense? Like B and E are extremely well-rounded, like very good, amazing whiskeys. D, I think I would probably drink more often, but it's not as good of a whiskey because it's a different kind, I feel like. If that makes sense. Expression, yes, that's right. All right, here we go. Yeah, these are, William Hall, these are all very, very good. We got individually. So D was, I said, I guess these are all above 100 proof. After retasting A, I don't know if my proof meter was on at all, but I said D was bourbon, a score of 88, 124 proof. I think that D was the one I said gave me like double-barreled vibes. So that could be something to think about as I do it, but it is. No shit. That is Nashville Barrel Company. That's the pick they did with Josh and Aaron of Stuff and Whiskey. That is Swag Jr. It is, I said, what did I say? 100. What was my guess? 124 proof was my guess. It's 127 proof. Pretty sure I actually called out Nashville Barrel Company on that. That's funny. I think I did say Nashville Barrel Company. So that is that. Very, very good. I like it's one of my favorite picks I've done. It's just, this is a very good flight. So E was in 5th place. E was in 5th place. I guessed 123 proof. I got a score of 89. And I thought it was a rye whiskey. E is it's 130.9 proof. It's Thomas H. Handy 2022. That's crazy. That is very, very good. Thomas H. Handy. Now, E and B could have been flip-flopped. But after I tasted E, I tasted B then after E, and I thought that B was a little bit more flavorful. So the proof I was a bit off on, but happy that I picked up on the rye. B, I was pretty sure it was a rye, but that came in fourth place. B, fourth place, was a score of 90. So just 1 point above. B was exactly. This makes so much sense. I do this all the time. This is something that I am so guilty of every time I have this. It is a Willet Purple Top, 133.6 proof. Good grief. What did I say? 123? So I was 10 proof points off on that. 133.6 proof, 9-year-old Willet Purple Top, barrel number 4251. I always think Willet Purple Top is a rye. Every time. It never fails. Never ever fails. That is just the way the cookie crumbles. And I know that, so that is definitely something I do consistently. It tastes like a rye. Weird. All right, third place was Glass C. Glass C, I eventually gave a score of 92. And I guessed it was a bourbon in 125 proof. It is Four-Gate Kelvin Collab number 2. 126.4 proof. So I was right on with the proof. And wow, I'm consistently impressed with the Four-Gate Kelvin collaboration stuff. Really, really good. I should probably start getting those when they come out because they're very, very good. Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. This is an incredible flight. I mean, you put Swag Jr. in there. Incredible. What a move. Is it a high rye? I don't think that Willet even I don't think Willet says what their mash bill is, or if they have a single mash bill or multiple mash bills. I'm not sure. But if you taste a Willet rye whiskey, their green tops, there's like a cinnamony, there's like a similar flavor profile with their bourbon. Like they're very similar to me, anyway. All right, second place was Glass F. And F and A were F and A cotton. They're both really, really good. I said 125 proof, score of 93. Glass F was. No shit, really? All right. I'll take it. Which one was this? So, I don't know. I had these, and like hindsight is 2020. I thought I saw my kid again. Hindsight is 2020 because when I got these, I wasn't an enormous fan of them. But it is Old Forester 150th anniversary. So it's the Old Forester 150th. I'm not sure what batch that is. I think I had batches 2 and 3, or 1 and 3, or 1 and 2. I had 2 of the 3. But I don't remember them tasting that good. But that's past me. If we could go back a few years and just have the same whiskeys, then I would, Carissa just texted me. If I could go back a few years and retaste stuff, I think we were just spoiled back then. We were very spoiled. There's a website not affiliated with Willet that tracks Willet mash bills by barrel number. There are several different ones. Okay. Sorry, texting my wife back. So let's find out what the winner was tonight. The winner was Glass A, the very first one I sipped. I said, is it a score of 94? Buffalo Trace Bourbon, question mark, 128 proof. That was the guess. Buffalo Trace Distillery, not Buffalo Trace the bourbon. That makes sense. Oh, shit. Oh, golly. That's really funny. It is a 2021 William LaRue Weller. Same bottle from the video you shot. So I shot a 1 ounce Wednesday video. I talked about it on a live stream before where I shit on this. My palate must have been like, I'm not an alien. I'm human. I've got good nights and bad nights, but you know what, Bill? I'll edit that video for this week. I'll put a card in there, the links to this live stream to prove that I was wrong. This is a tremendous bottle of whiskey. I tasted this. Maybe, you know what? Maybe your sample bottle was dirty. Maybe you sent me a nasty sample bottle, you jerk. Huh? You ever think of that? Bill? Maybe it was your fault. You know, all you do is mean things to me. Just joking. All you do is tremendous and great things to me. But I shot a 1 ounce Wednesday video where I gave it a bad score. Tonight, remarkable. That was so damn good. So good. You know what? I'm gonna keep telling Bill that his William LaRue Weller is crap until he sends me the majority of his bottle and samples. Bill, that William LaRue Weller is bad. Here comes another 1 ounce. Here comes another ounce. Bill, thank you for sending. Like, that's, you share, your generosity is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. No, it wasn't a stuffy note. No, I didn't edit it yet, Joey. I need to edit the video. It's one of those videos where you don't want to edit because you're going to look like a total idiot, but it's out there, and I am a total idiot. But thankfully, I have, look at this. I still got some left, so maybe I'll poop on it in the future. That's a joke. Not only, let me look at this. Let's speak to how incredibly generous Bill is, because I want to shout him out for being, I killed that bug. No, oh, he's flying again. Oh, it's like I stunned it. I put some samples in the 1 ounce Wednesday box already. But this is what came with the flight for 1 ounce Wednesday box. Stag 22A. Stag 22B. Stag 23A. I don't know what this is. Schoonover single barrel, 14 year. Not a clue. Not a freaking clue. Daniel Weller. Bill was able to get his hands on a Daniel Weller. That'll be a fun video. Baker's 13. Hardens Creek Claremont. Hardens Creek Frankfurt. Penelope Rio. Jim Beam Lineage. Mr. Sam 2020. Bill is the most generous person ever. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. No, he's extremely generous. And can't thank him enough. He makes a lot of content for this channel possible. Does he send some tricky blind flights once in a while? Yeah. And it's fun to just struggle through those. He also sent a flight for the Matt vs. Matt Madness Champions. That's just sitting here. Who knows what the hell he put in there? Crazy stuff, wild stuff, weird stuff, impossible to guess stuff, probably. But overall tonight, I feel like, man, I should have, if I would have been in a situation where I had all the time in the world to sit and think, I would have been able to guess more on these, but I kind of wanted to just score things. Looking back on it, kind of makes sense. 150th, William the Weller. Yeah, I'd say that went all right. The Willet. Thomas H. Geez, Bill, you're incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much. This was fun. This was a fun flight. Again, if you're just tuning in at the end, the Luxro 4-grain mash bill double single barrel, 4-year or 5-year, whatever it is, corn wheat, 115 proof. Not for $80. Sorry, Luxro. Sorry, Ross and Squibb. Not up my alley nor up my ass. But I do appreciate the sample, and not everything I taste I'm going to love. It's just the way it is. Supplies the best whiskey. He does. He's great. It's a flight worthy of champions. That's so scary to think about, Bill, because I have no idea what that even means. No idea. Gorilla Glue still live. I've only been live for an hour and 36 minutes. That's going to be an hour, but a little bit. Film an intro and ending to the William the Weller video with the updated results. I will. I'll do that. I could do that. That'd be fun. Actually, I could. Let me see. How could I add to that video if I just? Turns out I'm an idiot, and the William LaRue Weller that I was sent by Bill turns out to be magnificent. So suck on that, me, you big idiot. I'll put that in the video. Yeah. It's dumb. Dumb of me. But you can't be right every night. You can't. So on Tuesday, if you're still here, 179 people, thank you so much for being here on a Sunday night. Tuesday, I will be live with Dan Shook of the Bourbon Junkies on his channel. I think Sean's on vacation or something. Who knows? Sean's off like getting HJs at massage parlors in some other country with his wife. That's not true. But he is not going to be there. I think he's going on vacation. So I'm going to be live with Mr. Shook on the Bourbon Junkies live stream this Tuesday. It's going to be a fun time. We always have a good time. And then on October October 4th, I will be on Independent Joe's channel. We're sending each other some flights. We're going to play a fun game on his channel. So those are two ways that you can watch me stumble over words live in the upcoming weeks that aren't on Fridays, but I have no intention of missing another Friday for the foreseeable future. Next Friday, I will be live, so twice next week, and more content. The daily dram concept turns out to be much more difficult than you would imagine, which is probably why I didn't do it before. But I do still plan to put out more content than normal. 3 to 4 videos a week is what I'm aiming for. Will I call it the Daily Dram? Sure, why not? Is it daily? Of course not. But it's still a fun name, even if you don't like the name Dram. Whatever. Tonight was fun. Thank you all for being here on a Sunday night. Thank you for being patient and, going with the flow. Sometimes you just have to miss a night and redo it on a different night. Malort Barrel Proof Store Pick. Yuck, Scotty. Who is Dan Shook? Do we know him? Only if you know Shaquille O'Neal. Slam Dunkin' Masterpiece. ADHD massage reviews. I could do a few. I've gotten some massages lately. Some better than others. Oh, man. You just never know what you're going to get, I was seeing a massage therapist here in town, and she did a really incredible job. Incredible, I'm saying it again. She did a really great job, and my wife and I both went to her. She like researched about, because I was having like these nasty headaches, if you remember, a while back when I was way overweight. And she was like researching how to like relieve them for me. And she did like a great job. Then she moved to some other mountain ski town and makes way more money. So now I'm on the hunt to find somebody who's really good around here. And I just can't find a person yet. But bourbon hunting, massage hunting, whatever. Are you on a keto diet? No, I am not. I've done keto before, but I've had to give up on it. It's just not sustainable. I can't do it long term. I can't. I am on a high protein diet where I try to get I don't know. I'd say 3/4 of a gram per pound of body weight or more every day. And then that's it. And that usually fills me up enough. I kind of quit counting calories, which probably a bad idea, but I do exercise every day, do my cardio, my weightlifting, eat high protein diet, and hoping for the best. I'm weighing myself every couple weeks, and we're going to go from there. I can't stress about it every single day. Otherwise, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm getting a little fatter. That's okay, though. I'm still on track in my mind. It's a whole thing. It's a whole damn thing. Scotty Anderson, nice meeting you all. Thank you, Scotty, for being here. Thank you, everyone else for being here, too. You look great, and congrats on the progress you made. I'm jealous. Dude, everyone can do it. It's just a matter of friggin' doing it. It's hard. It's all hard. It's not easy. Food is... It's weird. Like, just talk about it for a second before I say goodnight. I've noticed lately that there are some foods that I eat that I think are good for what I'm doing that are trigger foods. I've been eating... They're stupid. They're silly, but they're called Legendary protein Pop-Tarts. So like I used to eat a protein bar every day. It was just like part of my routine where it was like I was in this whole routine where I'd had the same thing every day until like later in the day I would eat, whatever for dinner, and after a certain point I'd eat whatever. But I kind of changed it up, and I found these protein bars that I really like. But it turns out that even though the macros in this Legendary protein Pop-Tart are great, they're the same as the protein bar I was eating. For some reason, whatever they use in those, it must like spike my insulin or trigger something. It gives me a sugar response like the protein bar didn't, that makes me want to eat more. And I've tried days where I'm eating them and then I don't eat them, and days I don't eat them, I don't get the same response. And I'm like, holy shit, food is crazy. The way that something in a food can just completely change the way that you feel for a day. And I think that a lot of just for people who struggle with their weight is learning what foods do that and to avoid them. So sorry, super expensive protein Pop-Tarts, but after I'm done with this batch, I've got to say goodbye because they're a friggin' problem. Barbecue. Call your mom, Matt. I will. I'll call my mom. Call your mother. What? What's this? What's this all talking about? My mom says, call me soon. Okay, I will. By the way, October 13th, is that the date? If you Is this the 13th? Oh, wait, let me double check. It says 13th and 14th, but Jack. Damn it. The Jackal? That's not it. The Jack. I will be in Lynchburg, Tennessee, October 13th and 14th for the Jack, the barbecue competition. I will be judging that October 13th and 14th. If you are in Lynchburg, come find me. Send me a message. I will be in Lynchburg just judging barbecue because that's what we do, I guess, now. Am I the world's top barbecue judge? Not till October 15th. I will receive that crown. But hopefully I get to see some of you there. If you're around, I will be there just meat sweating it up. All the meat sweats. Am I going to Bourbon on the Banks? I will not be at Bourbon on the Banks. All right, everyone. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here on a Sunday night. More videos this week. See you Tuesday on the Bourbon Junkies channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday night, I will have my live stream. And I'm going to put together something fun for Friday. Something good for Friday. Until then, my name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on doing what you need to do. You know, sometimes you can't do it Friday, but you got to just squeeze it in on Sunday. You know, if it is a live stream, if it is lovemaking, whatever it is, you got to squeeze it in. And I just did both with you. Live stream, and we love each other. I love you. And you made me do it. So it's your fault. Good night, everyone. See you soon.